our next stock we're going to do is we're going to look at Trimble.
Oh, we want to know Intel. I did promise somebody
I want to do
Intel.
Intel, yeah.
Yeah, I did promise somebody Intel.
Okay.
Let's do Intel.
Let's do Intel. Okay, we'll get to Trimble. That's an interesting one.
I thought we were going to take questions.
We'll get to it. We'll get to it. You want to do Intel now, or do you want to take some questions? Sure.
Let's do Intel right now, then we'll take questions.
Okay.
So guys, remember Intel is currently around $60 a share. I was a buyer sub 45. I bought a couple of them. I sold puts on it to get a couple of buys. Everybody tells me that Intel's dead. I love hearing that. I don't think they're dead. They just did lose Apple though, correct? They did just lose Apple, so you got to factor that in. $250 billion market cap, PE of 11.7, check mark there. Profit margin of 27%, check mark there. They still have very good PE and a very good profit margin. Now remember, this PE might be so low because people think, oh, they're losing Apple. And usually what happens is when it's a massive sell-off, they probably sell more than they should. Remember, this company literally was $45. I lost the shares to a covered call at $57.50. So that's why I don't have the shares anymore.
Bogdan's saying they didn't lose Apple. They lost part of Apple. I don't know the deal. So.
Oh, really?
Oh, you know what? I think they lost their mobile phone,
which is a
chip,
big number.
But I think they're still using it in their computers, or vice versa.
But didn't Microsoft? I don't know. The bottom line is, look at this, guys.
I think Bogdan's.
In the last 12 months, they've done $21 billion in free cash flow. They paid a 2% dividend. They've only spent 1/4 of that on dividends. So I like that already. And look at this. Return on assets, about 14%. So return on assets and return on invested capital can be pretty similar things. So this is all pointing to a very promising thing. Intel is all about the future. If you believe in Intel's future, you're buying it all day long right now. If you don't believe in the future, you're not buying it. That's literally it about Intel, because the numbers are incredible. The revenue growth, look at this. Dying company, 60 billion to 78 billion. Real death there. Last year, 72 billion to 78. This is the exact same conversation I had in 2012 about Microsoft. Paul, Microsoft is dead. Well, then why are they growing 11% a year of revenue? That doesn't make any sense. 8% a year of revenue. And since then, they've doubled their revenue, I think. So I was like, that doesn't make any sense. Profit, guys, we have net income, 10.3 to 21 billion. K.
Check, please.
Doubled. Shares outstanding, oh, by the way, down. About 10%, about 15% of shares outstanding. Check mark there. Balance sheet.
Current assets over current liabilities is pillar number 6.
47 versus 25 billion. Check mark there.
Come on.
Cash flow statement. 12.1 to 20.9. Check mark there. And the price of free cash flow. Ready, Seth?
You're flying, baby. Okay, what is the free cash flow average? I didn't even get it. Did we even do that?
Ready? 12.2.
Thanks.
10.3. 14.3.
Wow, it keeps going up.
16.9, 20.9.
Yeah, geez Louise. Divided by 5, the average free cash flow is 15, Paul.
Times 20? Call it by times 15. That's $225 billion. What's their current market cap?
250.
Okay, so it's still a check mark at the 15 level, at the 20 level. But look at this, guys. Here's what you should do.
Jeez.
The reason I was a buyer of Intel sub 20 was because of their potential future problems. Sub 45, they're currently at $45. They're selling for $187 million, roughly. That's below, it's like 13 times the last. But remember one thing, their free cash flow has doubled in the last 5 years. So can you justify 20? You can. I really truly believe this company is all about the future. If you believe in the future of Intel, you are buying this all day. If you don't believe in the future of Intel, you do not buy it. The numbers just make a lot of sense. But remember, as a value investor, I want to assume that they lose a lot of business. I still make a lot of money. That's why my buy price was 45. And
it's currently at $63.
So remember one thing. Oh, it's $63 right now?
Yep.
Look at this, guys. Here's the best part. When everybody was telling me Intel was dead, 2020 wasn't over yet. People were saying it's dead. 2019, they did 17 billion. Last year, when everybody said they were dead, they did 21 billion in free cash flow. Huh. That's weird. So anyhow, I still like Intel. I do think it's a $75 or $80 company all day.
So every comment literally talks about AMD in comparison to this company.
Great. AMD, more power to them. They've been up and down. They are growing like crazy, but that also happened 15 years ago. Then they fell to the ground.
Yep. They're not new, because they've been around for a long time, but they're kind of that sexy new guy on the street.
Like me.
Of course, like you. Of course, they got the, I think they got the PlayStation or the Xbox. That's the chip that's being used. And Intel's, can I do the momentum real quick?
Yeah,
so
please do.
The thing about Intel, and you can see, this is the last 18 months. You can just see this thing. I'm actually surprised by this. It's all over the place. Look at these gaps just all over. It's very news driven. I think that this drop right here was when it was announced that AMD was going to get the Microsoft or the Sony PlayStation or whatever it's called. So right now with Intel, if you're playing this, you need to use stops. And you need to use stops because you have these big swings that, I mean, this thing's fluctuating $10, $15 a day in some cases. So if you want to do something right now with it, you can buy it, but again, it's in this overbought range. Make sure you know that what news is coming out on Intel. And I hate saying that from a charting perspective, but you kind of have to. This is the good thing about trading the same 5 or 10 stocks over and over. You learn their behavior. So with this, you'll be able to always look at when are Intel's earnings? When are they announcing something new? When is AMD announcing something new? That's why I always preach trade 5 to 10 stocks and learn those stocks very well and learn their behavior. Learn the story that they tell. That's the best advice I can give you.
Yeah, a lot of negative thoughts about Intel and that AMD is the new awesomeness. It's saying Intel's not dead, but they need to innovate. A Bitler saying to have a blockbuster product in that AMD got Xbox and PS5.
Yep,
and that's fine. Like Paul said, AMD was supposed to be dead years ago, and here it is back. So
no, Intel was supposed to be dead years ago because of AMD, and then it did. I'm
but
not
AMD is
saying
coming
those
back
aren't
in their form
concerns.
now.
Those are very valid concerns, absolutely. And that's where you have to sit there and say, at what price am I okay with Intel losing a lot of revenue and still being able to perform? I just did the return on invested capital of Intel, and it was 12.7%. Not bad, not good. It's better than the market. Not great. But remember one thing, it's also based on the last 5 years. I took an average of the last 5 years. The most recent data would have been over 15%. I'm going to look at let's go look at the quarterly income statement. Quarterly revenue. Okay, there's a drop there. There's a drop there. What were the increases then? That's where the increases were. The first 2 quarters of the year. Okay. So they might be dropping a little bit, but it wasn't a big drop. A couple percentage points. It's something to watch, guys. This is why value investing is great. Pick a price that you want to buy Intel at and stick to it and just wait. Sell puts, although the put premium is going to be awful on it, but sell puts on it and wait.
Yeah, the puts on Intel are very bad. I think I might have one. It might have expired in February, but those puts are so bad right now. You're going to collect 2% premium on them annualized. It's pretty bad.
Thanks so much for watching the video. We hope you were intrigued. If this style of investing speaks to you, click the link below to join our Patreon. As a patron, you get access to a wonderful community of like-minded investors where you can chat, connect, ask questions, and share ideas with badasses like you all over the world. The best part is you get the amazing Everything Money software. This is revolutionary, unlike any YouTube page. You can track your investments, look at stocks, and quickly run our 8-pillar analysis on any company you like. The top tier patrons get direct access to Paul and Trader Mo. You'll see their daily trades, their updated portfolios, and every options contract they write on a daily basis. We provide Patreon exclusive videos just for you, including live streams and exclusive content from our team. Our bottom patron tiers fill fast, so join today. But hey, if you don't believe me, look at all of our patrons' amazing success stories. In comparison to other financial platforms, our software is by far the best value. This is your chance to get serious about investing. If you're finally ready to level up your investing game, join our Patreon and let's start kicking ass together.